10th class mathematics unit probability. So probability is the unit is related to the word chance and probable. So we are discussing about probable. So probable means, so we are estimating whether it is possible or not. How much possibilities, how much chance it occur. For example, I am tossing a coin. What are the possibilities? Either head or tail. What it comes we don't know exactly, but we know the choices. We are estimating the choices of head or tail. So it is called here for this experiment, this is called probability. So these are the possibilities. Similarly, if we are rolling a die, the possibilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the possibilities when we are rolling a die. So we are discussing about the choice. So chance of getting or not getting is called, so this unit is called probability. Okay, so in this unit, first we will discuss so random experiment. Random experiment. So random experiment is an experiment. So if we know all the possible outcomes known in before, but we don't know the exact outcome. So again, I am taking the example tossing a coin. So if we are tossing a coin, we know the results. The possible results are either head or tail, but we don't know the exact outcome. When we are tossing present, we don't know whether it fall head or tail. This is called random experiment. All possible outcomes we know, but we don't know the exact outcome. So I asked to choose a month in a year. So I know the results, the possible results. The possible results are January, February, March up to December. So these are the possible results. So already you selected one of the month January to December, but we don't know exactly what you selected. This is called random experiment. So these kind of results are called, these kind of experiments are called random experiments. So we know all the possible outcomes, but we don't know the exact outcome when the experiment is going to be conducted. Next, so whether today it will rain. So what are the possibilities? Either it rain or not. So there are two possible outcomes. So it is also random experiment. Okay, whether today you are going to school. So there are two choices. So one is so you go, another one so don't go. So these are the two possibilities. This is also random experiment. So random experiment. In an experiment, if we know all the possible outcomes, but we don't know the exact outcome, such experiment is called random experiment. Such experiment is called random experiment. So example, tossing a coin. Second, rolling a die. Selecting a student in a class. Next, selecting a finger in a hand. Selecting a day in a week. So all those are the possible outcomes. Okay, all those are the random experiments. So possible outcomes is nothing but so the results, the possible results are called possible outcomes. Okay, so these are the random experiment. Now I want to discuss sample space. Sample space. So coming to the sample space, so in a random experiment, if we are collecting all the possible outcomes, it is called sample space. So for example, So while we are tossing a coin, what are the possible outcomes? Head and tail. So head and tail are the elements in the sample space. Head and tail together is called sample space. Sample space is equal to H and T, head and tail. When we are rolling a die, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So collectively it is called a sample space. So the collection of all possible outcomes. The collection of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. Random experiment is called sample space. Is called sample space. So we usually denote with a H. So example, for tossing a coin. For tossing a coin, what is random? What is sample space? Head and tail. For rolling a die, what is the sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is the sample space. Okay, now this is sample space. Elementary event. Elementary event. If we are taking elementary events, okay, so I am taking a random experiment sample space. So for tossing a coin, what are the sample space? Head and tail. Head and tail alone elementary events. Each element of a sample space is called a elementary event. Each element of sample space, each element of a sample space is called elementary event. So every element in sample space alone itself elementary event. So next event. So elementary event H comma T are elementary events. H comma T are elementary events of tossing a coin. H comma T are elementary events of a tossing a coin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are elementary events of rolling a die. Okay, now so event collection of some elementary events is called event. If we are taking some elementary events, then it is called event. For example, so I am rolling a die. What are the events? What are the sample space? What is the sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All together sample space. What are the elementary events? Alone elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alone are elementary events. Okay, now I want to take some of the elementary events. For example, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 together. If a die is rolled either 1 or 2, if the choice is, then it is called event. Collection of some elementary events, it is called event. Okay, so this is event. Next, less likely event. Less likely event is nothing but so I am taking an event. The possibilities of an event is less possible. Choices are less. Then it is called a less likely event. For example, whether it rains today. So due to it is a winter season, so it is not very less possible to fall rain. So that's why it is less possible, less likely event. Okay. So like that, so many. So if the choices are less, the choices of occurrence of an event is less, then it is called a less likely event. Okay. So the choice of possibility of an event is less, then it is called less likely event. Okay, so this is less likely event, more likely event. So comparatively, so previously we discussed less likely. The chances of possibilities of that event is less, then it is less likely event. If it is more, then it is more likely event. The choices of possibilities of an event is more, then it is called more likely event. More likely event. So the choices of an event is occurred is more choices, then it is called a more likely event. So the choices are less, then it is less likely event. Okay, for example, so I am taking a more likely event. Okay, so today you are watching, tomorrow you will watch TV. So it is more possibilities. So watching TV is more possibility. So if the possibilities is less likely event, the possibilities are more likely events. So if the choices are equal, then it is equally likely. So one more example I am taking. So a car is trying to start. So whether it start or do not start. So what is the possibilities? So two possibilities, either it starts or do not start. What is the possibility? More possibility. So it start is the more possibility. So that's why when we are trying to start a vehicle, it starts, then it is a more likely event. So if we are trying to throw a basketball into the ring, so it depends upon the strength of the person. So if you are new to that one, then it is a less likely event. Okay, so this is a more likely and less likely. Next, equally likely event. So equally likely event is nothing but if the choices of possibilities and occurrences are equal, then it is called equally likely event. So a baby is born, either a boy or a girl. So whose possibilities are more? So those are equally likely. So the born baby is either boy or a girl. So the possibilities are always equal. A coin is tossed. So either it head or tail. This is also equally likely. You are selecting a day in a week, Sunday to Saturday, 7 days. So if you want to select one day, so that is also equally likely. So 7 possibilities. So all the possibilities having equal choices. So those are equally likely. So the choices of occurrences are equal, then such events are called equally likely events. Okay, so this is equally likely events. Okay, next, coming to the mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events. Okay, mutually exclusive events is nothing but so the occurrence of one event prevents the occurrences of some other event. So it is called mutually exclusive events. So one will win, then automatically another will lose. This is mutually exclusive event. For example, I am taking two events. While we are rolling a die, one is odd number, another one is even number. Getting odd number is, if we get odd number, automatically so loser it won't get even number. So getting odd number is mutually exclusive to getting even number. Getting prime number is mutually exclusive to getting composite number. Okay, so this is mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive is nothing but the occurrence of one event prevents the occurrences of some other events. Then it is called mutually exclusive events. The occurrence of one event prevents the occurrences some other events is called mutually exclusive events. So these are called mutually exclusive events. Next, some more definitions. Complementary events. So complementary events is nothing but so if we are taking one event, the not possibility of that event is called complementary. If A is an event, the not occurrence of A is called complementary of event A. So if A is an event, then non-occurrence of A is called complementary event. So for example, while we are tossing a coin, I said head. Complementary to the head is tail. So while we are rolling a die, my possibilities are 1 or 2. So either 1 or 2 turns up, I will win. So what is my complementary? The other than 1, 2 are called complementary. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So while we are rolling a die, so I said odd number. The complementary of odd number is even number. So odd number means either 1 or 3 or 5. One of them will win, I will win. One of them will get, I will win. Other than those 2, 4, 6. So then other person will win. So this is complementary to the odd. Next, complementary to the odd is even. Complementary of prime is not composite because what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5. If 2, 3, 5 will win, then I will win. So one of the 2, 3, 5 will come, then I will win. Then complementary. What is the complementary? 1, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6. So 4 and 6 are composite, but 1 is not composite. So these 4 and 6 are mutual exclusive, but not complementary. There is some difference. Mutual exclusive and complementary. Mutual exclusive means the occurrence of one will prevent the occurrence of some other. If 2, 3, 5 will fall, 4 and 6 won't come. If 4 and 6 will come, 2, 3, 5 won't come. This is complementary event. But 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, other than there is one more possibility, that is 1. So 2, 3, 5 and 4, 6 are complementary, mutually exclusive, but not complementary. So if we are taking 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 5 and 1, 4, 6 are complementary. So if other than 2, 3, 5 will come, 1, 4, 6 will occur. So these are complementary events. So complementary events is usually denoted with A complement. It is denoted with A complement. So this is about complementary events. Next, probability. So definition of probability. First, so experimental probability, theoretical probability. So theoretical probability. So I am taking a random experiment. Let E be the event. is an event. Then the probability of E is denoted with P of E, and it is defined as P of E equal to favorable number of choices of E by total choices. So it is called a probability. Let E be any event of a random experiment, then the probability of E is denoted with P of E, and it is defined as P of E equal to favorable number of choices by total choices. Favorable number of choices by total choices. Favorable choices, for example, I am taking tossing a coin. Again, I am taking example tossing a coin. So while we are tossing a coin, we have two choices, head and tail. So how many choices for head? One choice. Probability of head is 1 by 2. Total 2 choices. 1 by head. Probability of tail. So 1 by 2. So head probability, tail probability, both are equal to 1 by 2. So this is probability. Okay. Next. So when we are selecting a girl from a class, so a class containing 20 students, among 12 girls, 8 boys. So probability of girls 12 by 20, probability of boys 8 by 20. Okay, so girls and boys are complementary event. If a person is girl, won't be boy. If it is a boy, so there is no choice of girl. Okay, so this is about a theoretical definition. So experimental probability. So if we are taking an experimental probability, for example, if we are doing an experiment for some times, for example, tossing a coin is an experiment, it is conducted for 100 times. If an experiment conducted 100 times, so out of 100 times, 60 times head will appear, 40 times tail will appear. For example, the probability of head 60 out of 100. So 60 times got out of 100 choices, 60 by 100. Probability of tail 40 by 100. This is called experimental probability. We are giving the result according to the results of the experiment. Okay, we are giving the probability according to the results of experiment. Then such probability is called experimental probability. Okay, experimental probability. The probability is calculated according to the results of number of times an experiment is conducted. Then it is called experimental probability. So probability here it is equal to, so number of times event E occurred by total times. So this is called experimental probability. Next, so after this, impossible events. I am taking an event. The possibilities are the occurrence of event is not possible. Then it is called impossible event. For example, so Independence Day is occurred on 26th January. Actually, it is not possible. So Independence Day occurred on August 15th. But according to the example, Independence Day is occurred on 26th January. So it is not possible in any year. So it is impossible event. And one more, we are rolling a die. So somebody said, so if you rolling a die, then the result will be 10. So actually the die doesn't containing number 10. But so somebody said, so it will turns up 10. So it is not possible for how many rolls. So it is also impossible event. So the occurrence of an event is not possible, then it is called impossible event. Its probability is equal to zero. The impossible probability is equal to 0. Why? Because there won't be any chance to occur. So definitely the probability is equal to 0. Next, certain or sure event. Certain or sure event. If you are taking an event, it is possible, definitely possible. Definitely it will happen. How many times it will be conducted? Then it is called a certain event or sure event. For example, so if a coin is tossed, a person chooses both head and tail. So how many times it tossed? Definitely either head or tail will turn. Then automatically the person will win. So this is called a certain event. So for example, next year, okay, October 2nd, Mahatma Gandhi, so birthday occurs on October 2nd. So this is a certain event. Whatever the year, October 2nd will be the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. So it is a certain event. The occurrence of an event is certain, then it is called certain event. So this the certain event probability, so all the possibilities we need to choose. So it is equal to 1. So probability, the probability of certain event is equal to 1. So the probability of certain event is always equal to 1. Okay, next. So properties of the probability. Probability of impossible event is equal to 0. So impossible event we denote with pi. Probability of impossible event always 0. Probability of sample space is equal to 1. Sample space is nothing but a certain event. The probability of certain event is always equal to 1. Next, probability always lies between 0 less than or equal to probability of any event less than or equal to 1. So probability always lies between 0 to 1 and 0 to 1, and 0 is for impossible event, 1 is for certain event. If it is not impossible, not certain event, it is definitely lies between 0 to 1. Next, if probability always a proper fraction, so there won't be exist improper fraction. For example, probability 3 by 7, probability 4 by 9, probability 0.4, but it won't exceed 1. So the probability 7 by 2, is it possible? Not possible. So the probability minus 4 by 3, negative won't be exist. So probability won't be negative. And so P of A complement equal to 1 minus P of E. So A complementary event. So a person is choosing somewhat, another person chosen completely opposite to that one. Other than that, all the remaining choices, then either between those two persons, one of the person will win, the probabilities of those two persons sum is equal to 1. So accordingly, P of A complement equal to 1 minus P of A. So P of A equal to 1 minus P of A complement. So this is the probability. So the probability of head is 1 by 2. Automatically tail 1 minus 1 by 2. The probability of 1 while rolling a die 1 by 6. Other than 1, remaining 5 choices out of 6. 1 minus 1 by 6 equal to 5 by 6. So this is the probability. So this is the P of A complement equal to 1 minus P of A. Okay.